Welcome to part 5. My name's Blades, and we are going to do the terrain shader. Following on from the last episode, I have added our static shader to the Amber SL.pro, and of course I then went and built it. There it is, static shader object file, done. Nice, so that's all been updated. As I was doing that, I had a thought. Which distracted me completely from what I was doing. Let's just get rid of that. And after updating that, I realised that we are building this, and it's going in here, into the exec folder. Now, the exec folder doesn't have the src folder inside it. So that made me think, ooh, hold on a minute, but on Foundation I've done this. I've put in source API GLSL. Well, it's not going to be able to find source in there, is it? I'm going to put a // and give the computer a chance. I'm not sure it's going to work actually, all of that part. What I might have to do is move the shaders out of here and put them into the test area. Not sure. Don't know if that'll actually pick it up or not. Might do. Might not. There we go. Today, what are we doing? What are we doing, Blades? I've completely forgotten. Oh yeah, we're drinking coffee and making a couple of files. That was it. Yes. That sounds like a genius plan. In the OpenGL, let's do the terrain shaders. Yeah. So it's going to be TERRAIN shader.h. And we're going to have OpenGL. New file. And it's going to be terrain shader.cpp. There we go, those two match up nicely. So I'm not going to put anything, nothing, absolutely nothing, because what I'm going to do is start on the header file. Oh, this is going to be the easiest bit of programming I've never done. Terrain shader. If you remember back to when we were doing the OpenGL, the GLSL, how did we create that terrain shader? We copied it, didn't we? A bit like that. And if I'm going to copy it, I'm going to put the space on the end. Habit. There we go, the space is there now. Copy from static shader to terrain shader. Paste. There we go. Pragma once is correct. Shader foundation, light entity, that's correct. This isn't. That becomes TERRAIN, terrain shader. And all we need to do is copy that, don't we? Pop that there, paste. Pop that there, paste. Everything's a terrain shader now. Isn't that nice? Stop. Save. Done. All of that typing over with. There we go, it's exactly the same. It is at the moment, it won't be in the future, but for now it is. It's because it's more of a generic shader that we're starting with. And we're just copying it through to make things easier on ourselves. That's done. Yeah, I'll save you as well. That's done. And now we just need the terrain shader CPP, which is static shader CPP. And again, keep missing. If I'm going to copy, I'm going to put the space in. And I'll quickly save that out. And yeah, I'm just going to copy it direct as it says here. everything. Copy and Control V to paste. Good, put my space on, thank you. Don't need static shader anymore, and we just have to go up to the top. And where it says static shader, we just control. Oh, didn't want to do that. We put in. Whoops. I'm a numpty. Yeah, just terrain shader, please. There we go. I just want to copy that. No, I just want to copy that. Thank you. God, this editor's bad at times. Paste. Terrain shader, terrain shader. Shader foundation, yep. Looking good. That's paste, small t. There we go. Yep, that's gonna pick it up alright. So, in hash include terrain shader. Change this to terrain shader. Terrain shader, yeah. Static shader goes to terrain. Terrain. You can use some kind of find and replace and all those kind of shenanigans. I don't trust them because I've seen what these editors can do, especially Microsoft editors. I've seen what they can all do, and a lot of the mistakes and cock-ups and paste and copies and pastes can do. I've had all those nasty experiences, and I'm not willing to go through too many more of them. I now do things manually. Sorry, you don't have to. You can use find and replace if you wish. I don't mind, you can do what you like. Feel free. There we go, we've copied and pasted. Wow. There's programming at its worst. Never ever do what we've just done. It's not just taboo, it's actually detrimental to the health of your code. Because if you are doing that, it means you've duplicated your code totally. And to duplicate code is wasteful and inefficient and very, very bad. I know that this is going to change, so I'm not too worried. I have a bit of hindsight for that. Close. Go down to Amber SL Pro, and yeah, we'll just put a slash in there, and it's src/OpenGL. Yeah, I know it's bad stuff. Terrain shader. But it does allow me to do something else in this episode which we couldn't otherwise have done, which is talk about the next episode, which is handy, because the next episode was going to be the main window. Then I thought to myself, well, I've left it to the end on purpose. I've done it on purpose that way. Because I wanted to show what happened, all the nuts and bolts, before we got around to any kind of visual effects. Otherwise, you're sat there looking at the same visual effects, coding, and you never seem to be getting anywhere. If you do all the coding first and then put it on screen, then that's it, all done. It's a lot easier. And then what you're doing is you're refining your code and expanding on your code so it can do different things rather than anything else. Because as you can see, there's a lot of base code here. There's quite a few functions now in our library. Classes, sorry, not functions. There's a hell of a lot of functions. There's quite a few missing still as well, but that's beside the point. Let's just add this to our build. Make sure that went through all right. Yep, that's gone through all right. I do realise that it makes for a short episode and a lot of cheating, but it also saves you a lot of time in the long run. because you now have a good groundwork. Well, you have good code, a base code on which you can expand. So that goes there, and that is terrain shader complete. That goes quite happily into my Git source control. There we go. Save it out to my server. Done. Now that we've got that out of the way, what I call the distraction of the episode is the coding. Let's open up my spreadsheet. Here we go. It's just coming through now. Here we are. Program 3D. Yay. Let's see how far we are, what we've got left. We have done shader control. That became a foundation. Entity shader, terrain shaders done. Done. I think we can do the draw. And then the window. Yes, I'm just going up the list, aren't I? So we're going to be doing the drawing. I'm going to include a master renderer as well for our draws, like a draw control, or I don't know what to call it yet. That's what we have to decide, what we're going to call our next program, or next bit of our program. We're now looking at drawing the entities and the terrain to the screen. I'm just wondering if those are going to be two separate programs or whether we can do it all as one. I think we might need to do it separate. Can we do what we did here and put a foundation in, like a draw foundation? We might be able to. These are things I'm going to look at in the next 24 hours, and we're going to I'm going to look very carefully at which order we do this in, but I need some way of getting to a master renderer. So we have one renderer that the user will use, and that will give access to each individual draw class that we have. Because if you've noticed, I'm doing this so it's expandable. Everything that we've just done is expandable. I can add more shaders. I can do water shader, for instance. There's the next one down. Cloud shader. How's about that? Yeah, weather, like weather effects. So you might want a different shader for that. Things like tessellation shaders, but that would be added in possibly before you went into the vertex shader, I think. There's geometry shaders. There's different variations on the shader control system that you can do, and you can place that all into here, and it becomes rather nice because now we have shaders which we can use and mess around with and do what we want. We've got good foundation coding. We've got a good solid foundation. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm really happy with the code that we've got. For going forward, I'm now going to work on the drawing techniques that we want to use for OpenGL, which is GL. I can't even remember what the command is now. Draw elements, I think it is. Yeah, it will be. I think that's the command we're heading for, but we need the data. We need everything else controlled. We need all the shader stuff in there. Yeah, I think I can make this work. I think we can construct this in such a way that we get a master renderer. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So in the next episode, we will be looking more closely at draw entity and starting our draw routines. We don't have a window to draw to, doesn't matter. We'll just have to imagine that we do and fill that in as we go. So there won't be a problem there. But otherwise, I think we're okay. We've got our main bits. we've got our API, and we've got our OpenGL. So the draw goes here. Yeah, looks good, looks good. I think we're going to be okay with this. Yeah, we are. We've got everything. We've got the model, the view, and the projection. That's what the draw does, the MVP part. And we may need some maths for that. Yeah, I'll consider the maths for that. That'll be interesting, actually. Make that into a utility. Okay, no problem. All sorted, all set up. I've meandered my way through all of that, given my thoughts. Any comments below? You've got 24 hours. We are now on, what? Friday the 16th of November 2018. You've actually got till Monday. I won't be doing this till Monday probably. So any thoughts over the weekend? If you see this video between now on the 16th, 17th or 18th of November, any thoughts below, just put it in the comments and I will have a quick look at them on Monday before I dive into this and we put the code together. So take care till, and have a good weekend actually. Take care and above all, have fun.